And welcome to the April edition of Inside the Apple with SDEA President Mary McCorkle. We are here today from, I don't want to say sunny, but it's not snowing, Pierre, South Dakota, and we're going to talk about some things. It's been a couple of months. It's been a busy couple of months.
It has been.
Been a couple of months since we've had a chance to sit down and visit with you all. So first, should we start with the legislative wrap-up? Legislative session ended officially on April 30, was it 29th?
March
29th. And just talk a little bit about some successes, some disappointments, and maybe what we have to look forward to in the future.
Okay. Yeah, it was a legislative session of building relationships with new legislators, a new governor, and a new Secretary of Education. A number of successes. We saw some increased funding for K-12 education. We have been able to pass legislation enabling school counselors, psychologists, and social workers to work together to make things better for our students. Previous to this, some of those conversations were not allowed to happen because of confidentiality. And with the successful legislation, they'll now be able to have those conversations. We defeated a teacher ethics bill. We defeated a fake science bill. We have kept campuses, our college campuses, safe from guns. And we worked hard to defeat bills that would have made it very difficult for our GBLT students. So those are some successes. A big disappointment is still no success in early childhood education. We keep talking, but it doesn't move, but we will continue to work on that.
And there might be some things that we're talking about in the next portion that talk about some things we are going to do for early childhood education. Some disappointments, also we did not receive quite the increase we wanted to keep us whole from the inflationary increase that we did not receive in the previous legislative year. And do you want to talk a little bit about how we're going to start to talk with our legislators moving forward about how we can make up that difference in supporting our students and why that's important?
Yes, we continue to have those conversations that we need to look at what the needs of our schools are, what the needs of our students are, and continue to talk about that focus and continue to advocate for more revenue that will catch us up, because every year that we don't catch up, we fall a little bit more behind.
Okay.
So it's always a part of the conversation.
All right, so that was our legislative wrap-up. The big news is a 2.5% increase on the formula. And stay tuned to next year, and we'll continue to fight for more funding. The next thing that kept us really busy was the SDEA RA and the SDEA elections. What should our members know about what happened at the RA? What actions do they need to take with the election?
Okay, let's talk election first, because that deadline is coming right up. So please return your ballot. It's important to use your ballot and give us your voice. Those ballots are due on the 22nd. The election committee will meet the following weekend, and the results will be out the next week, so a week after Easter Monday. But please get those ballots in right away. The SDEA RA, our Representative Assembly, was held the first weekend in April. It was the largest RA that we had in a number of years. A lot of important conversations, a lot of action. A couple of things that come out of that I want to share with you right away. The RA has passed a bylaw that will change how SDEA dues are calculated. So moving forward, starting September 1, dues will be calculated based on the South Dakota average teacher salary. And increases will be tied to the increase in that salary, and there will be 2-year and then eventually 3-year averages as we move through the system. Also new passed at the RA for our education support professionals is that their dues will now be 40% of the active certified dues rather than 50% of the active certified dues. So those are two things that are especially important in terms of the bylaws. In terms of new business items, we have some direction to work legislatively in terms of the kindergarten start dates, so we will be continuing that conversation about the importance of early childhood education and making sure children are ready to enter kindergarten. Also, we will be creating a Early Career Educator Award as a part of the action of the RA, and also look for and this is to be determined, but we will be sharing out grant opportunities, both available from NEA, from SDEA, and will be more member accessible. So those are just a few of the highlights from the RA, and there'll be more information coming out on those things and other things as well.
Okay.
It was a busy RA.
It was a busy
weekend.
Had lots of members involved in a lot of important conversations. Speaking of early career educators, there is an opportunity for some of those early career educators who want to get involved in the association. Can you talk a little bit about Sparks and how they can become get involved?
Yes. We will be doing Sparks for the first time this summer. It will be June 19th through 28th in Alexandria near Mitchell at the Granite Springs Resort. What Sparks does is give our early career educators an opportunity to come together, to network, and to really build a positive connection with the association. They learn about the association, they learn from each other, there'll be a lot of sessions for them, and they develop a lot of what they want to do while they're there. And they learn from each other, spend a lot of time networking, there's fun activities. It's just really bringing together early career educators for an opportunity to get them involved and help them become more active members in the association.
Okay, so space is limited for the Sparks session. Again, that's June 19th through the 21st in Alexandria, South Dakota. It's a great location. If you want to either be a Spark or know of somebody who should be a Spark, you can find the information at our website at sdea.org. Speaking of opportunities for educators, innovation grants.
Yes, we have innovation grants available to members. The application deadline is May 1. The application form and description is available on our website, and the grant amounts are up to $1,000. This is a great opportunity if you have a project that you've been wanting to work on in your classroom, or if there are a couple of members that are coming together to work together on some sort of innovative idea. This is a great opportunity to get some funding. So I'd really encourage you to take a look at the website, look at the descriptions, submit the application. May 1 is the deadline for the innovation grant.
And again, that's sda.org, and just look under grants. I think we've kind of covered everything for this month. Is there anything else you'd like to share, or?
Well, we're getting close to the end of the school year. We all have our fingers crossed that the snow is completely done by now. I know some of you will be making up days at the end, some with students, some in terms of professional development. Just know that as you get ready to approach the end of the year, that I'm very grateful for everything that you've done all year for the students of South Dakota. Hang in there. Spring will be here and summer is coming.
Thanks for joining us. And again, you can find all of this information in your Inside the Apple email that will be arriving in your inboxes soon.